Hello everyone. Today what we're going to work on is Minuet number 3 by J.S Bach. I'm going to play whole thing first. So let's try in details from the beginning. So this minuet is also the waltz that 3 beats in 1 measure, which is strong, weak, weak, strong, weak, weak. Okay, so we need to express that in the through the violin. How should we do that? What you should do is use the bow quickly at the beginning and then create a loud sound. Okay, don't press it. If you press it, the sound quality is going to be not so good. So what we need to work on is bow, use quickly, and then go to tip. Try now. Some of my students doing slowly and then quickly at the end, but that is not what I want. It has to be instantly moving at the beginning so that slow down at the end. So once you do this part, you need to go. Now, if you notice, I just start from the tip and then go closer to the frog and then do the same thing. This is a melody and this is accompaniment. So you also need to play that one lightly and then steady. Okay, so I'm gonna connect up to there. Strong beat first. So this is the 4th measure is the first time you go to the G with the down bow. E is always sensitive string. If you're not careful enough, you're gonna make a scratching sound or squeaky sound. So I also recommend you to practice separate like this. So try now. And here is the big jump, right? G to G on D string. So you need to support, make your sound ring, and then go to the D string. So remember, when you go to the lower string, you lift your elbow and hands together. Bum, 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 bum. Don't forget the timing. If you're a little too early and then you hear A string sound in the middle. So just think about you're just stopping a little bit and then go to the next note. Okay, next part is sequence. So sequence is the same figure, but it is little parallelly different form. So what it means is it is same rhythm, same contour, which is the shape of the note, but it is 1 note low. Everything is 1 note lower. So that is a sequence right there. Now it is a little different, but rhythm is same. There is a grace note. Grace note is you play the tiny note, but make it just pass. Quickly lift, and then you play the A string 3 full beats. So if I just play from the beginning, it sounds like this. So the next part is about the same, except the last 2 measures, right? So I'm going to skip that part. I believe in you that you can work on by yourself. The next part is starting from E string, which is B. This is the highest note of the first position you can play. So this one, very carefully, play quickly, and then make sure you're not too close to the fingerboard. You hear the sound differences? If you get too close to the bridge, definitely not the one you want, right? Okay, so this part I would love you to try. So if you see the first note of each measure, 3 measures of the 4th line, is scale going down. So that is important note. And the rest of the 2nd beat and 3rd beat is accompanying of this important note. Now the next part is scale-wise going up. So sometimes when you play series of 8th note, it just confuses when you get to the quarter note. So some of my students doing suddenly speeding up because it is hard to just slow it down as soon as you arrive the quarter note. In that case, just try to tap the rhythm. Ta 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 ta. Quarter, 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 quarter. Dotted half note. Sorry about that. So let's try with that rhythm. 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Quarter, 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 quarter. Dotted half. Of course, when you arrive the dotted half, make sure your bow speed is not as same as the for the quarter notes. It has to be slow and then just coming down. Okay. Let me hear you playing. Ready? Go. As I always tell my students through this YouTube video, please pause the video if you need more time to practice. It is much more important to work by yourself than just watch this video without practicing, okay? Pause the video, practice that spot that you need to work on, okay? So this part can be a little tricky. Slow the bow and stop the bow. Did you see what I did? So I play the dotted half note, which is D, stop the bow around upper half. The reason why we're doing this bowing because we have a piano dynamics in there, which has to be soft. For the bow, it is easier to play softer sound around the tip than here. You hear the difference, right? So that's why I do the decrescendo and leave some bow for the next note. So what I want you to do, just only that 2 notes, last note of the line 6 and the first note of the line 7. That's it, that 2 notes. It is exactly the same note, which is D on A string. So try that. Bum, stop, thumb. So which is stretch again when you go to the next note. Try. Okay. Now I'm gonna connect those. So what I do is first 2 measure of 7th line, I just stay around the tip. And then even this spot, just play piano. And then I just play up, and then come naturally around the frog. And then watch out, don't get too loud because we have crescendo coming up at the last line. Okay, so I'll show you one more time. last two lines. Start from piano. Good. I'm gonna play the last line now. So very first note, small bow. You see, when I just reach to the quarter note, I just mostly play full bow. So the before you have to increase your amount of bow. So bigger, bigger. Can you try that 2 measure? Go. Last 2 measure. I did a little bit of ritardando at the end so that it just nicely wrap up at the end. The one other thing I want you to notice is there is a decrescendo at the end. So more bow, last bow, and lighter at the end. Can you try? Okay, that sounds good. So I'm going to play whole thing again. Thank you for watching my video. Hope you practice more and more, and hope your violin skill is getting better every day. Bye-bye.